The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, I'm Jasmine Irajak with the TVWAN News. In this edition, Business Chamber of Commerce launches Innovation PNG 2025, Indonesia hands over health assistance to PNG, and PM initiates talks on reviving PNG Games. The Republic of Indonesia handed over health assistance to PNG, boosting the health sector and also strengthening ties between the two nations. The handover was held on the hospital ship KRI Dr. Wahidin Sudirohusodo 991 of the Indonesian Navy, currently docked on the old Port Moresby wharf. The hospital ship KRI Dr. Wahidin Sudirohusodo 991 of the Indonesian has provided 2 days of free medical checkups for city residents while docked at the old Port Moresby wharf. During the checkups, the government of the independent state of Indonesia handed over health assistance to the people of Papua New Guinea. The handover was done between Defense Attaché of the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia, Colonel Peter Dwi Adianto, to the independent state of PNG, and the Deputy General of PNG, Brigadier General Opalari.
It is my great pleasure to announce that we have received the arrival of the Indonesian Navy, Wahidin Sudirohusodo 991 yesterday, on the 17th of November, exactly 1 month after its departure from Sorong, Southwest Papua Province. 1 month after touring the Pacific countries. And today we have observed the handover of the medicinal assistance from the government of the Republic of Indonesia, the government of the people of independent state of Papua New Guinea.
The KRI WSH 991 is sailing with 177 personnel, consisting of 141 crew members and 36 staff from the task force, who comprise a team of divers, security forces, general practitioners, specialist doctors, Papuan students, and information officers from the Indonesian Navy Information Service.
And so this visit also describes the point up of our defense cooperation agreement, has been approved, and also ratified by the both government and parliament.
Their mission over the last couple of months has been about humanitarian assistance with much-needed medical services around the island nations like Vanuatu, Fiji, Solomon Islands, and their final stop in PNG, returning to Indonesia. Indonesian ambassador to PNG, Adriana Supandi, shared that he will do his best to continue health assistance, including medical checkups in the future, a show of strengthening bilateral relations between the two nations.
Going to encourage, this program will be continued in the future, in next year. Because it's quite really interesting. Many people are asking and needs to have the medical assistance here, and also the interact between the two navies, the two military institutions, are very important ones. So once again, we would like to express much thanks to all, to our Deputy Chief of PNG Defense Force, to Ministry of Health, and as Ambassador assured that I will do my best to strengthen cooperation between the countries.
For investors looking to do business in Papua New Guinea, a key understanding of the various regulations is crucial in informing their business decisions. With this in mind, the 2024 PNG Investment Week will commence with a regulators forum to take place on day 1 of PNG Investment Week, Sunday, December the 8th, 2024, at the Sydney International Convention Centre. PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy says the regulators opening the PNG Investment Week was strategic, given the need for investors to be aware of regulatory requirements to provide confidence as they explore investment and trade with PNG. PNG Power Limited, through its Amnesty Project in partnership with MiBank Financial Inclusion Project, has achieved a milestone by winning the USAID Collaboration Learning Adapting Competition in October 2024. The PPL's Chief Commercial Officer Kingston Albert made this announcement during a media conference in Port Moresby yesterday.
Chief Commercial Officer Kingston Albert said PNG Power Limited Amnesty in partnership with MiBank Financial Inclusion Project was chosen as the best among hundreds of entries worldwide due to its power of partnership, innovation, and a commitment to creating solutions that truly matter for our communities.
What they're doing is they're setting up agents at the respective centers, settlements and suburbs, so people can actually go and pay using the MiBank system. And that money, that payment then comes through to PPL. And so it's registered as a bill being paid.
He said this collaboration, supported by USAID PEP or PNG Electrification Partnership, addresses long-standing challenges related to limited access to banking services and the difficulty many customers encounter in paying their power bills. Albert said the partnership with MiBank was formalized in January 2024 with the signing of a memorandum of agreement, marking the beginning of a collaborative effort to develop a new payment system tailored to the needs of PNG's rural and unbanked populations. Meanwhile, Albert added that about 5,000 customers have registered through this partnership. The program is currently rolled out in only 7 main centers in Papua New Guinea. They are Port Moresby, Lae, Kokopo, Mount Hagen, Goroka, Kimbe, and Madang.
Meanwhile, Albert said about 65,000 illegal power consumers were identified through the Amnesty Project. These illegal consumers are not registered through the PPL electricity system.
The program has won the prestigious, we call it the Collaborative Learning and Adaptation Award. This is a worldwide program which all the USAID PEP partners around the globe do. So they're involved in various programs in terms of improving electricity accessibility in the various countries that they operate in. And I'm very proud to say that PNG Power's Amnesty program has actually become the #1.
The International Organization for Migration, with funding from the government of Japan, in partnership with the national government, including the Enga provincial government, officially handed over critical medical equipment to enhance healthcare service delivery for communities impacted by the landslide that struck Mulitaka community in Enga province. The donated equipment will support essential healthcare services at the Mulitaka Health Center and Pokolib aid post, ensuring that healthcare providers can address the health needs of affected populations and improve the quality of care. These resources will help to support healthcare workers in providing life-saving treatments and preventative care to the local population. This is TVWAN News. More news after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungyamyumi.
All right, man. Show me some good slippers around here.
What's what?
Good, you want. Strong like you, smart like me.
Yeah, I hope they don't break.
Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus thread. Should I try him on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Open nets.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
Welcome back. Port Moresby Business Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in conjunction with Business Advantage today, co-hosted the launch of the Innovation PNG 2025 in Port Moresby. Innovation PNG 2025 will be held at Stanley Hotel as well to encourage an innovative culture on how technology can help PNG get there. According to the president of POMCCI, Rio Fiocco, the first innovation conference was held in 2019. However, due to COVID-19 restrictions, no meetings were held until 2023.
Another second edition in 2023, and at that time we had representatives from Google, Facebook, MasterCard, as well as importantly our partner from the government, which is the Department of ICT.
With the participation of the Minister and the Secretary for the Department for ICT, the department has agreed to sponsor and be a partner with the innovation project.
So it's very encouraging to see the government is moving in innovation. And of course, businesses are also innovating. Technology is moving at a rapid pace.
Fiocco said Innovation 2025 will start with Women in Tech breakfast on the 27th of February to celebrate women entrepreneurs who are leading the fields in technology, and then the Gala Awards on the night for the summit, which will be held on the 27th of March.
One of the reasons why we created this event is because there's a lot of talk at a lot of events in PNG about maybe some of the problems and challenges that Papua New Guinea has, and maybe legitimate concerns and maybe legitimate complaints about what's not working as well as it could work. What we wanted to do is turn the whole conversation around and focus on where things are going right, where people are making a difference. Innovation, simply put, is solving problems in a creative way.
The one-day summit will then be on the 28th of March. The female division at Bomana Prison in Port Moresby was pleasantly surprised by a visit from Kina Bank's finance team on Thursday, the 7th of November 2024. The team brought along a variety of gifts, including clothes, toiletries, water bottles, foods and toys for toddlers living with their mothers in the facility. The finance team had raised funds through raffle draws, barbecue and contributed from their own pockets towards this cause. The visit and donation by the finance team is another staff-led initiative reflecting Kina Bank's social responsibility and community spirit. Vanilla farmers in Medang's Sumgilba and Josephstyle LRGs are intent on preserving their natural resources for future generations. While affiliated with Kamapim Limited in selling their vanilla and cocoa, these farmers have been challenged by other community members to preserve their natural resources. Prices of goods and services have skyrocketed over the last couple of years, and farmers, despite being able to sell their crops, cannot meet the everyday needs of their families. Professor Nicholas Garnier, Director of the Center for Social Research at the Divine Word University, is helping farmers from Sumgilba and Josephstyle to address the threat to their environment. Tedi Mining Limited announced a 2024 final dividend payment of 250 million Kina to be paid in December. OTML has paid a total of 45 million Kina in dividends in 2024. OTML Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Tedi announced the payment during the company's 40th anniversary dinner. The company declared an interim dividend payment of 200 million Kina earlier this year. OTML, since its 40-year operation, has contributed 13.4 billion Kina in dividends to the country. Mr. Ilimbit said Tedi Mine has changed over time, going from foreign ownership to 100% Papua New Guinean-owned and led mine. The dividend payments demonstrate that the business has been well managed. He said the company's new Reset, Restore, Reinvigorate strategy is restructuring the company's operations, performance and productivity. OTML looks forward to continued successful operations while delivering on its commitment to the people of Western Province and Papua New Guinea. And now at the look at the finance news. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2523 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying $0.2448 $0.36 Australian dollars, $0.2236 euro, and 37.57 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, crude oil, and copper closed higher, coffee and cocoa closed lower, copra and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi Trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot and talk, young or old, a scale family meal with home. We'll bring out the smiles cause it's our favorite from us. Tedi sekolah scale rise on scale price. Tedi sekolah scale rise on scale price. Amber, you like it?
Bro, it's awesome, man. Pepsi promotion.
I'm so excited. Let's go, let's go.
Amber, Pepsi for match.
Pepsi for match.
And how do you win this? 5 2 plus Pepsi, that's all. 2 cans, bro.
2 plus, that's all.
You get yourself a chance to win
this box of match.
It's crazy cool. My God. Pair of headphones. It's a towel.
How about that? Full box. Yeah!
Thanks for staying with us. Authorities in India's capital have shut schools, halted construction, and banned non-essential trucks from entering the city after air pollution shot up to its worst level this season. Residents of New Delhi choked in a blanketing toxic smog as worsening air pollution surged past 60 times the World Health Organization's recommended daily maximum. The toxic smog has affected India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. Adelaide is hosting a leading international defense conference, becoming the first Southern Hemisphere city to host the event.
We'll be meeting here today in Adelaide for this global biennial defence event. The Maritime Airspace and Technology event, also known as MAST, will be kicking off here this morning at the Adelaide Convention Centre and will be taking place until Thursday. The conference will be looking at things that are impacting defence at the moment. It'll be looking at things like AUKUS, space and cyber warfare, as well as the Indo-Asia Pacific and the South China Sea's operations and policies as well. It's the first time that it's being hosted here in Australia in the event's 18-year history. So Adelaide and South Australia more broadly have a strong role in defence. We have things like the subcorps down at Osborne, which will have a future role to play in the AUKUS nuclear submarines, and we also have plenty of space and defence companies which call Adelaide home. So we'll be waiting to see over the next few days what it is that we'll be hearing more about when it comes to defence in Adelaide here. But the state's Premier, Peter Malinauskas, he won't be at the event. He's jetted off to Azerbaijan to the COP29 summit there, where he's promoting SA's bid to host the next event here, the COP31 in 2026. There are obviously other countries that have put their bids up, but if Australia were to be successful, the federal government would still need to choose between some capital cities, which are Sydney, Brisbane and here in Adelaide. So the state's Premier, Peter Malinauskas, he says that if it were to be held here, it would make things like the Gather Round look very small with 30 or 40,000 delegates, and that the economic impact of it would be incalculable really. So we'll be waiting to see what impact his visit over there has, and also what will be happening here over the next few days.
There have been several important studies on the effects of cannabis recently. Some are reassuring, others may not be when it comes to academic performance or brain function. Given 1/3 of Australians have used cannabis at least once, and the medicinal cannabis market has been growing reasonably quickly, the safety of cannabis is a major public health issue.
Studies, so it gives us an insight into medical headlines and so on and scares. So the two studies that were good news were really well conducted studies in the United States following large numbers of women, over 100,000 women and their offspring, and measuring cannabis levels in their urine. And this is the issue of when you're of childbearing age, you might be pregnant without knowing it in the first few weeks, and you might take a drug. You might take alcohol, you might take tobacco, or you might take cannabis. And the question is, that some people have raised, does this affect the development of your child? So they looked at two outcomes following these children through, large numbers, and looking at autism spectrum disorder in babies of mothers who'd had cannabis early in pregnancy, and developmental delay. And comfortingly, didn't show either problem. So we're not encouraging the use of cannabis during pregnancy, But if you happen to use it in early pregnancy without knowing that you're pregnant, it doesn't look as though that's going to be a disaster for your baby at all. So that's good news in a well-conducted study. The other two studies, one was the use of cannabis in adolescents and young people to see whether it affects their academic achievement. So there have been some studies which suggested that if you use cannabis, cannabis actually reduces your motivation and you don't do well at school and you drop out of university and what have you. So this study brought together all the research in this area to see what the sum total of knowledge was. And at first sight, it looked as though cannabis use, and the higher the cannabis use, the more likely was the young person to drop out of school, absenteeism, dropping out of university, not achieving the results that they were expected to. However, when you corrected for the person themselves, it turns out that the young person who's using a lot of cannabis is not the same as other kids. They've got more issues, more mental health issues, more problems in life. And that could well be the cause of their poor academic achievement. And as a sidebar, they're using more cannabis, perhaps to, they think, treat or help ameliorate their mental health issue, which it doesn't do. So the cannabis is just a bystander in this. And the problem here is that if you focus on the cannabis use, you're missing the child or the young person who needs help.
Fiji's have launched the Fiji Health Adaptation Plan 2024 to 2030 at the COP29 forum in Baku, Azerbaijan. Fiji is one of the first countries in the Pacific region to establish a health adaptation plan. The plan is aligned with the current National Adaptation Plan 2019 to 2024 and is reflected in its National Development Plan, which represents a vital step for Fiji to address the impact of climate change on health. Endorsed by the government of Fiji as its health sector's response to the health impacts of climate change. Groundbreaking research at the University of Queensland has found that performance-focused sports training improves clinical outcomes for people with severe disabilities. The competitive swimming program developed by the UK for young people with severe cerebral palsy has reversed motor decline associated with the conditions. They now hope to implement the program across Australia.
Nate Woolgar was never a big lover of the pool.
Before this program, I could not swim at all.
But now he's hunting new personal bests and is a frequent swimmer at competitions.
Nice work. Big deep breaths.
It is a really big portion of my life, and I do really enjoy coming here, and I don't see myself slowing down anytime soon.
The 23-year-old has been a pilot participant of the University of Queensland's Parastart research program for young people with severe cerebral palsy.
We started with 3 participants. We're now at 27 participants and we have a 0% dropout rate.
They were given a competitive swimming program designed for para-athletes. This includes 2 to 3 pool sessions, strength, diet and sleep training.
We measured our participants' gross motor function at the time they were enrolled, and our participants, if they'd just maintained their gross motor function, that would have been a positive outcome. But actually our participants improved gross motor function.
The benefits aren't just physical.
The social connections, the independence, so getting here on his own, getting all his gear sorted, his safety, etc. It's life-changing.
Data was collected over 4 years. Now researchers hope to expand.
We think that there's a real prospect that findings that we've got with such strong science behind it, we're in a position to really change practice, how people with cerebral palsy are managed across Australia.
Sport has a lot of therapeutic benefits.
And that ends the news segment. Sport is next. Stay with us.
We there to
my forefathers lived up in the mountains because they were warriors. I was born in this kind of environment. It's not really a long time, and that kind of amazes me too, of the change and the shift that has taken place in a very short space of time, like growing from a Stone Age kind of life to this modern age. Life is just too fast.
It's your daughter, Rika!
Look, I'm sorry, I can't find her. Ever since that video came out, I've been trying to find her, but her cell phone is off.
He recorded my daughter without her consent.
People will surely find out how Rika is related to the Ramoneses and your affair with the mayor.
Your track record is clean as mayor. When did that woman become your daughter?
Thanks for staying with us. Prime Minister James Marape initiated discussions Monday between the PNG Sports Federation, Southern Highlands Provincial Government, the developer of PNG LNG ExxonMobil, and Santos with the intention to revive the PNG Games. Formerly called the Grassroots Games, this competition had gone into a 7-year hiatus, with the last one held in Kimbe, West New Britain Province, in 2017.
Prime Minister James Marape said in the meeting with the stakeholders that he wanted to see the PNG Games, now called the Unity Games, return next year, 2025, as part of the country's 50th independence anniversary activities. PNG Games will be hosted in Southern Islands Province, with initial planning work already underway, including surveys and scoping works of the venues and facilities to be used in the Games. 33 schools have been identified to host different codes of sports, spreading the benefits across the districts where the new facilities will remain for use by students after the Games have ended. Prime Minister Marape expects a 20,000 athlete participation over the 2 weeks of the event and said the national government component of the funding would come out from the 50th independence anniversary budget. ExxonMobil and Santos are working with the government to assist fund the infrastructure for the Games as part of their community obligation to Southern Islands Province as developers of PNG LNG. Marape has urged that all stakeholder partners work together immediately to deliver PNG Games 2025 in time to add to the 50th anniversary events next year. The Southern Islands Provincial Government presented 10 million kina each to Oceanic Construction Limited and Pacifica Construction Limited for the completion of the OIREP Stadium and the construction of other Games facilities, respectively.
10 million for this early work on the sports infrastructure preparations to take place. So we will also announce this 10 million for the Unity Games, one for the OIREP Stadium going to Oceanic Construction Company, to the Mendy Town Ceiling to Oceanic Construction. Now I have further 10 million to go to the Pacific company that is already operating and being engaged in the Southern Highlands Province, taking stock of all the necessary things that needs to be done in terms of.
Another 10 million kina was also given to Oceanic to complete the Mendy Town Ceiling in preparation for the Games. Ruth Rungola, TV1 Sports.
A super performance continues for Papua New Guinea AFL teams participating in the AFL Pacific Cup in Gold Coast, Australia. The junior tournament just concluded, with Kuram Kum's under-17 girls scooping the top honours and Binatangs finishing as runner-up. In the first outing yesterday in senior men's, PNG Mosquitoes kicked off their campaign by thumping Fiji Tribe 91-10.
The opening quarter of the match was highly intense, which saw the Fijians certainly taking it to the PNG boys, a big improvement for Fiji since they last met. Skipper courageous John Lovai took on the challenge, utilizing his big game experience to steady the ship, while the new kids on the block, Alois Mondo and Michael Bai, were well supported by Jeremiah Band and Emmanuel Tupia. Moses eventually got into the mojo, troubling the scoreboard for an early lead, with pretty much set the platform for the resounding victory. PNG dominated the second and third quarter, eventually coming out comfortable winners, 14 goals, 7 behind 91 to 1 goal, 4 behind 10. PNG's main engine room was controlled by Glenn Sanyong, Jeffrey Vogai, Laurie Logo, Rex Paraguay, and Kelly Kaugla. It's worth noting that nearly 85% of the team is made up of development players, a testament to PNG AFL's Smart Start New Kick Junior Development Pathway Program. Assistant coach John Timothy expressed satisfaction and pride in the boys' performance, saying the team played according to the game plan and executed well. The PNG Mosquitoes' second hit-out will be against 2017 arch rivals and runners-up New Zealand tomorrow. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The NRL is set to introduce an annual Women's Magic Round from next season, with the inaugural two-day event to be held in Newcastle. The league confirmed on Tuesday the men's format would be copied into the NRLW from 2025, with regional venues in New South Wales to host for the next 3 years. 6 matches will be played over 2 days at Hunter Stadium as part of the expanded 12-team competition, with the addition of Canterbury and the return of the Warriors. Newcastle has become the epicenter of women's rugby league popularity in recent years. 17-year-old Kilakila Secondary High School student Bernard Puluk has set his dreams high that he wants to represent the country one day and will commit to playing professional rugby league.
Bernard's rugby league journey only started 3 years ago when he joined the NZD School's rugby league program. Now he's quickly developed into a confident young boy with strong discipline on and off the field, good leadership quality and game management. Before the team left for Cairns on Monday, Bernard was given the honor as captain for the Cairns tour, a proud moment for the rising youngster. Bernard admitted that making the final 18-man squad took 14 weeks of sweat, tears and blood from the original squad of 70 boys. He said at first there was a lot of negativity about the trip, but he always told the boys to have that belief and trust in God and just continue to work hard.
Time of the Mickey selection, 74 Plamangi, Mipla Foul, Mipla Basta in Cairo. Mipla Foul, 18 months old Bastado, 74 Plamangi. Mipla no Tintin down, Mipla starting, Mipla Stangelo, 74 selection, and Mipla best of best, Mipla Stangelo. So, Mipla look up to Mipla, Mipla trust Mipla to the big man go pass, Mipla so, Mipla still on the road logo, at least Mipla, all Mipla, because something Mipla Stangelo selection. So, I look forward na time Mipla Stangelo final selection and Mipla to thank you na Mipla appreciate ko logo there tanta.
Looking back, Bernard said the past 14 weeks was very challenging and tested the boys' patience, character and mindset, adding majority simply gave up due to discipline issues and lack of motivation.
Mipla something straight. Mipla kami straight no train last 13 weeks na bare. Sambla mangi discipline lo lino gutla, sambla mo lo kain up and down lo training na kain no respect na ba. As a team Mipla totog lo Mipla go kab na team spirit Mipla totog lo Mipla totog lo problem da sok plan puram da to game police ox kontak. Up heads up one lili mistake game Mipla no discourage him one Mipla encourage him no police ox kontak and straight keep up na still lili mangi you galon barot go.
On a positive note, hard work, commitment and discipline finally paid off, with the first ever Port Moresby Vipers under-17 boys side to travel to Cairns, Australia for a one-off friendly match against Trinity Bay High School under-17 set for this Wednesday, November 20.
I'm looking forward to big game straight, and big challenge of life. Mipla comeback and Mipla 1-1-2. Side do mi first time do mi lo guantap tuso. Samla lilik santin we minute lo lainim lo before lo mi guantapem. O lilikol isu lo side do training na side do ball work na dislakay no santinen. Mino right lem mi filo coach Joe staff so line mi plan na. Mi filo se mi plaba right lam tatay.
Bernard said this is an eye-opener for the boys and a unique opportunity to play in Australia and showcase their natural talent. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
New Zealand, New Caledonia, Tahiti and Fiji have secured semi-final spots for the FIFA World Cup 26 Oceania qualifiers in Wellington, New Zealand next year. The winner and runner-up of the semi-finals advance to present Oceania at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
New Zealand, without doubt, has advanced to the FIFA World Cup 26 Oceania qualifier after whitewashing a gallant Samoa 8-0 in the final Group B match on Monday.
Got a touch on it, Fatu, but
the win qualifies New Zealand to face Group A runners-up Fiji in the semi-finals next March. The New Zealand Whites dominated from the outset against the largely amateur opponents, Samoa, who found a strong, resilient defense difficult to break down. Samoa couldn't hold onto a more lanky and skillful New Zealand side, going down without a fight. In the other Group B match, defensive resilience paid dividends for Tahiti, who beat Vanuatu.
Yes, it's 2-0.
At Auckland's Go Media Stadium to qualify for the semi-finals. Needing to score 3 times in the last quarter, Vanuatu continued to press, but Tahiti's defensive held firm, and they can now look forward to a trip to Wellington in March in the other semi-final clash against Group A winner New Caledonia. Susan Oriape, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Southern, scattered showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain. Port Moresby becoming cloudy with chances of rain showers and thunderstorms. Kerema partly sunny to evening showers and thunderstorms inland. Alotau chances of evening rain showers and thunderstorms to cloudy. Momasia scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain. Lae chances of rain showers and possible thunderstorm then cloudy. Wewak rain showers and thunderstorms east to cloudy period. Madang partly cloudy with evening chances of rain showers and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands isolated showers and thunderstorms scattered with areas of rain over West New Britain. Orangau and Cavian mostly sunny to fine and partly cloudy evening. Okoporabal partly sunny to some rain showers, and Buka is partly cloudy with few evening showers. Highlands, Mendi, Tari and Wabeg widespread rain periods with thunderstorms then cloudy. Ocean forecast. Coral seas moderate with easterly winds of 15 to 20 knots with gusts. Solomon Sea, seas light to moderate with easterly to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots with gusts over southeast sector. Bismarck Sea, smooth to slight with east to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. And Pacific Ocean, sea smooth to slight with east-southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. And coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daro to Kiwai Islands, to Kerma to Yule Island to Hood Point to Summer Islands. Waters of Summer Island to Cape Vogel and all Milimbe Islands, and waters of Finchefin through Vitia Strait to Siasi Long Island. Sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, and waters of New Ireland to East New Britain and Bougainville. Sea 0.5 to 1 meter. And that ends the news tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.